Okay, but I'm getting a lot and a trailer to put here in Adams County, similar to Mr. Haslam.
If you were to be elected commissioner, that you could work with the state rep.
That would be great, because here's the thing. They can dodge Adams County if they don't come down here, and certain people don't go up there, but they can't dodge me being up there and demanding answers.
Well, okay, so I'm here with ALEX SCHAFFER. We're getting ready to go to the Adams County Commissioner meeting on Monday, November 24th. And one of the things I want to point out to you that I think is funny here is that they have a sign up that they don't allow public participation in their commissioner meeting. So normally, pretty much, I've never actually seen, this is the only county I'm aware of that does not allow public participation in their commissioner meetings, meaning citizens that come can speak for maybe usually a predefined amount of time, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes. Frankly, the smaller the county, the more informal it is usually, and the more they let people talk versus shut them down. But this says you're not basically allowed to talk during the meeting, okay?
And I just had a call.
Well, it says that if you try to talk, you could be considered a disruptive person, and that you waive your right to attend, which is not true. I have a federal lawsuit about that, and may be removed from the meeting, okay? So not only can't you talk, there's a threat on there versus we welcome the input of our citizens. If you've taken time out of your busy day to come to one of our commissioner meetings during the 4 hours a week we work as commissioners, we're going to let you say whatever you want to say to us. They don't have that. They have that you're going to probably be arrested if you try to talk. So if you get elected commissioner, okay, I know you some, so I think I already know the answer to this, but I've not asked, okay? Are you going to support that policy, or are you going to support that citizens are allowed to have a public participation period during the commissioner meeting?
I will personally have you come down and take that sign down, and you can film it, because I just had gotten a phone call this morning from a constituent with Adams County making several issues, and that being one of them. And that is disgusting.
It's asinine. It's asinine.
Disgusting.
It's antithetical to.
They don't want to be
it's not Republican, I'll tell you that. And these guys all, I think, claim to be Republicans. And it says government of or for by the government, or not government of for by the people. So just to be clear, you would be against this. I guess you would need another commissioner to vote with you.
Correct.
Because you need 2 commissioners.
Yep.
But if that happens, you would at least we can do an honorary that I can come and rip the sign down.
You could do it yourself, Chris.
All right. So we're waiting for the meeting to start, but I wanted to point this out. This is disgusting. It's perverse. It's wrong, especially in a small county like this. Any citizen that comes to the commissioner meeting that wishes to speak, there's reasonable time limits, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, they should be able to do so.
And more importantly, the most basic way to interact with your government is what? Face-to-face interactions.
Right.
And what happens if the government officials don't answer the phone, they don't answer the emails, the public has no way to express their concerns.
Here's another thing is I've brought up and asked, when are office hours where the commissioners are available, okay, to the citizens? And there aren't any, okay? So it's like they just take a message in there. And, what you could have here is you have the right to participate during a meeting, a public participation, you just can't participate whenever you feel like it. But how about the idea here, what do you think of the idea here of having each commissioner have office hours that they're available for if citizen just wants to come in and talk to one of their commissioners?
I think having the office hours for each commissioner is similar to how they do in colleges for office hours.
Oh, yeah, for a professor.
Yeah, as well as their phone number and their email so they can be accessible. Right. And if for some reason that commissioner is not here and somebody's here, they can be like, well, here's your posted office hours, but you're not here.
We'll see. The good thing, I think these are all good things for Adams County. I think you running is a good thing for Adams County.
Thank you.
And I think, I guess I'm blessed that this whole Aaron Haslam thing has caused me to be able to pay more attention to other elected officials in Adams County.
And
these commissioners should be ashamed of not allowing public participation, not having posted office hours.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we're in the commissioners' meeting room right now in Adams County. The meeting is about 15 minutes from starting. I think at the beginning, before Alex is going to try to see if Kelly Jones will talk to him at a break in the meeting or during the meeting.
Alex Schaaffer, how you doing? Good. Would you be willing to talk to me after the meeting during one of the breaks?
No, sir.
No?
No.
Any particular reason why?
All right, well, we're going to call the meeting to order.
Close it. Getting close.
Anything else, guys?
No.
Do I have a motion to adjourn? I'll second. second.
Commissioner Jones, can you talk to me for a few minutes?
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me what your relationship is with? Can you comment on that?
Can you tell me
Can you
why
come-
you continue to call? Good.
Can you comment on your failure to fly? You're flying people without a license. Can you comment on anything? Can you go to the dog shelter with us?
Excuse me, fellas.
He's slipping out the side door.
He must have gone around the back side of the building by Snappy Tomato.
We'll find him. Okay, so I heard Kelly Jones say at the beginning of the meeting he wanted to talk to you. Then he slipped out the side door. We don't know where he went. He ran quick.
He did.
Okay, we are at the Board of Elections, and Alex is going to go make sure he knows exactly the requirements on the petition and on what are the rules about establishing residency here.
Yep.
Can I help you?
Yes, my name is Alex Schaffer. I am going to be running for county commissioner,
Okay.
2026, so primary in May.
Okay.
And I just had a couple questions.
Okay.
First, I was wondering if I could get the petition form that I would need to fill out for running in the primary.
Yeah, we've got the packets. I can go get you one.
Okay. Secondly, the amount of signatures I would need for the petition. I believe it's roughly 50 or so. 50?
Yeah.
Okay. And then the only other question I had was in terms of the residency status. So I live in Columbus now.
Okay.
Okay, but I'm getting a lot and a trailer to put here in Adams County,
Okay.
similar to Mr. Haslam, right? So I just need to know the time frame ahead of the primary that I need to register for voting here. I believe it's 30 days in advance of the primary. I have to be a resident registered to vote here.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
I believe so. It just in our guidebook it just says you have to be a resident. I'd have to look at the actual time frame.
Okay.
You'd have to be a qualified registered voter of the.
So technically, I mean, I could even maybe do it the night before the primary.
I don't
mean-
know about that.
Right,
Before
sure,
you
sure.
Even turn in your petition, I would think.
Probably when I turn in
Yeah,
the
I'd
petition.
have to probably call the state and see what the maybe requirements on that. I don't know. I just know it says you have to be a qualified elector. So.
Sure, absolutely.
Resident, you have to have your registration in
Yeah.
30 days prior to the primary.
Yeah, so that's what, 30 days. So that's what I believe. That's
Yeah.
what it would be. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
so I would think that probably before you get signatures or anything, you'd want to be a resident, but I don't know. I'd have to call and get clarification on that.
Sure. Yeah, that would be great. Yeah, if I could get the packet, that would be great. If you have
Yeah, I
that,
can get that for
absolutely.
you.
Yeah, sure. Very helpful. What was your name?
My name's Emily.
Emily?
It's right there.
Oh, I'm sorry. And
You're okay.
I'm Joyce.
Joyce, very nice to meet you. Very nice to meet you.
too.
Have you all lived in Adams County a long time?
I've been here since 1981. I moved.
81. Okay. Let me ask you. Did you know my grandparents, Dr. Mark and Helen Pakalnis?
I know of them.
Okay.
I don't know them. But,
Right.
Yeah.
Long time.
Veterinarians, right?
Long time.
Yeah.
Very long time. Yes.
Yeah.
He was really the only option for a while.
I think so.
Yeah, he really was. Big livestock, domestic.
Dr. Bailey were about the only two for a long time.
Yep, my mom would bring up that name as well. And then, we had our farm up in Winchester off of Buck Run. So, yeah, got in to see David today, county auditor. Still there. Yeah, David's still kicking, still kicking. Still.
Next door to them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So, David's going to run again, he told me.
Is he?
Yeah, and I asked him, and he said, I said, well, you're going to be done after that. He said, I don't know. He said,
All right, so I'm with Alex at his, I guess, your grandparents' ancestral home.
yes.
And
403
you
South.
remember this house a lot? How's it look?
A lot of it's actually the same. To be completely honest with you, Chris, the big tree's still there, still white, did some stuff to the shutters and everything. But
Were
a
the
lot
wood
of it-
shutters there when your grandparents were there?
Yeah.
On the second floor? Okay.
Yep.
And then you told me, let's cut around here, that the actual veterinary clinic was back behind here.
Sure. So this as we had kind of a drive going to the back, is always something my grandparents used
Okay.
along with the Giffords. So that building right there is where the vet clinic was. And then this property back here is not ours. It's
Okay.
the neighbors on the other side. But this was always ours and everything. So these were the stairs people would come up. Actually, if you can see on the video, you see they have that outline
Yeah, that's
on
where
the
the
white.
sign was?
That's where the sign was.
Okay.
And it had Dr. Mark Pakalnis, veterinarian there.
Okay.
And so then you'd go in that door. We had kennels in there and the exam rooms. This was the house here. So the kitchen is right there. And then the upstairs going up that way, the master bedroom is right there on that side.
Okay.
So honestly, a lot of it looks the same. I mean, even this damn railing here, the crooked railing and everything here was still the same. Oh my God, the colors on the door are still the same. They didn't even take those off. The blue panel on the top and the white, that has been on there, I tell you, since the 70s. I kid you not.
Okay.
The 70s. The door, the light's still crooked and everything. So.
All right. All right. So this is it. This is where the Pakalnis veterinary clinic was.
The Pakalnis compound, yeah.
All right. Let's hit the road.
My one sister would bring home cats, strays, whatever. And, she would cry, and Mom and Dad would take it to Dr. Pakalnis.
Okay.
And he'd be like, if you just waited another 5 or 10 minutes, you probably would have died.
Yeah. Yeah.
You could wake him up in the middle of the night, and he would go down. And he would,
it was awesome.
We just went on the way back. We stopped at this grandpa's house in the old vet clinic back there.
They haven't really done much to it, the owner. And I asked David that. He said the new owners haven't done much to it. So even the outline on the paint for his sign, Dr. Mark Pakalnis veterinarian, it's still there.
Wow.
Yeah, so.
Wow. What a nice memory, though.
Well, here, take my card.
Okay.
I'm running for county commissioner, actually. That's one of the reasons I'm down here.
Oh, okay.
But anything that you would need help with the animal shelter, any comments, anything you think that would help, please don't hesitate to reach out to me.
Okay.
Okay, so we came here to the Frisch's to have lunch, but we've noticed that there's people working on the water lines all along here, and we found out at the shelter too that there's something going on with the water. So the Frisch's is closed right now because of the water line issue.
Yep.
So we're gonna have to come back another day. All right, Alex, so we're out of Adams County. You said it's been a number of years since you've been there. What's your impression of the county? What did it seem to you like are some of the key needs there, or how much did it change?
Little to none. I will say.
Okay.
Buildings that are still abandoned, partially torn down, empty lots.
Okay.
But it's still, and I really want to express this. It is such a beautiful part of the country. It really is truly beautiful. I love being down there. I love wanting to, restore what my grandparents had and just trying to help the people of Adams County.
Okay. Well, it's, and what were the highlights of your trip? We ended up eating at McDonald's because the Frisch's was closed due to the water being out. The commissioner meeting, the dog pound, the visiting your grandparents' house, the Board of Elections.
Board of Elections, the ladies were very nice. Got everything I need to get set up to run for county.
By the way, the woman you were talking to is the Republican. The Republican Board of Elections has a director and a deputy director.
Mm-hmm.
One is always a Democrat, one's a Republican.
Sure.
And so the person you were talking to was the deputy, Emily McCann, I think is her name, the deputy director.
Emily, yep.
And so she's the Republican.
Very nice lady.
So.
Seeing my grandparents' house was great. Went in to go talk to David Gifford for a bit, caught up with him. Going down and seeing the dog shelter, the old one, have not. We
like
never,
night and day, the old one to the new one.
Night and day difference. And to your point, like you said in the video, if Mr. Jones was that involved with it, as he says he was.
Good on him.
People,
Good on him.
Good on him.
By the way, one of the things when we were sitting in you were sitting in a different area of the room when the commissioner meeting was going on.
Yep.
And there was one guy that talked for like 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
That was the economic development director.
Yes.
Did
Yes.
you identify any hot projects that were going to bring new jobs, notable new jobs to this area?
You know, I didn't, and this is something too. I would love to see what his background is in economic development. You know, this is something actually the city of Dublin, when I ran for Dublin City Council, so it's not my first foray into politics. Their economic development director also did not have a degree in economics. Nobody actually did. My degree is in economics from The Ohio State University. I did not hear anything. I heard a lot about infrastructure regarding the sewer system. They talked about some job retention things, but again, there's broader infrastructure needs for the county, especially with high-speed internet, you know, eventually fiber that we got to get in to be able to attract the businesses to come in here. I thought he was a little bit off point, talking about finding people to take over businesses or buy the. Being an entrepreneur.
Well, also I felt like it was basically like a 30-minute rundown of his calendar and stuff. Like it was like, I'm going to go have lunch with so-and-so. I'm going to go do this. I'm going to go do that.
Right.
When I tell you what, if I could get 10 guys if Kelly Jones would quit stiff arming me after he wanted to do a tour with me and was worried about economic development. So another thing is Mr. Jones asked me if I would go around with him and tour some different things in the county.
Yeah, we have several different projects, yeah.
And I can't do that right now because I got to get back to Claremont County for something. But I've made my commitment to him. I'm going to schedule some time and
sir.
we'll come here. You tell me when,
Okay.
you know, and I'll come out. We can do a little tour around Adams County. You know, he's got to address some issues. Do you maintain the denial that you never took anybody on the helicopter as a passenger without a licensed pilot on board?
I gotta go.
But I'd love to hook him up with Ken Geis, who is, I think Ken Geis is the mastermind behind all of the Eastgate development and is just got named of the top 25, I guess, deal makers in greater Cincinnati area by the Business Courier. And a guy like that could come in and, I don't know, the one guy could talk about where he gets lunch, but they could get maybe Ken Geis or somebody like that on a contract basis and probably open up, and not that long, get some notable new jobs and good paying jobs, which I'm thinking, you know, every area needs that. Every area needs that, but I'm sure Adams County needs that. Good. Because I wonder if you live in Adams County and you have a son or daughter, how likely are they going to live in Adams County, right? Because if there's not the economic opportunity and your son or daughter go to college or anything, they're probably likely going to go live someplace else unless there's more opportunity. And it's a beautiful country, and it would be just nice to see some more.
It is beautiful.
Real development happening.
No, I agree, and I've had conversations with people about that on their kids that left, really because of better opportunities, and so, you know, one of the things that, you know, Mr. Jones has said several times is complaining about the people up in Columbus. Well, again, as I mentioned yesterday, you know, the economic development for the state, you know,
is out of Columbus. The state is out of Columbus, right?
And so my involvement, my relationships up there, you know, in terms of getting stuff
right.
done.
I mean, it makes a lot. I like what we said yesterday, because I never thought about it. So let's say you lived in Hamilton County and Adams County. Well, what kind of deals can you put together from that? But if you were Columbus, Adams County, you'd be where the legislature is part of the time.
Absolutely.
And could talk with the Justin Pizzoli's the state rep, I believe, for West Union. So you could get to know Justin Pizzoli. Maybe at some time we'll give him a call and see it. And, you know, he's the state rep for that area and see if he's, you know, see if there's ways you could work with him. So I am in New Boston in Scioto County. I don't get out this way very often, but I'm here with State Representative Justin Pizzoli. So for those of you in Claremont County, we have a state senator in our district, Terry Johnson, and there are 3 state reps, Gene Schmidt, Adam Byrd, and Justin Pizzoli. He's the eastern part of our district. If you were to be elected commissioner, that you could work with the state rep.
That would be great, because here's the thing. They can dodge Adams County if they don't come down here, and certain people don't go up there, but they can't dodge me being up there and demanding answers.
Well, I can tell you, and I'm not saying this is right, wrong, or different, but if you were talking to Justin Pizzoli or other people in Columbus, you come off as a more professional person, And I don't mean to be disparaging to Kelly Jones, but
I appreciate that.
he doesn't come off that way, and that's not fair. I'm not saying that's right or anything, but I think you would be able to have more of the kind of discussions those people are used to having, and not. I disparage people from Columbus more than anybody, I think. But I get your point that Kelly Jones is always disparaging the people from Columbus,
For no
and that's not going to
ideas.
help. That's not going to help. Pick a reason why I disparage them because of campaign finance, corruption, and stuff like that. Okay, something specific, not just general bureaucracy. All right. Well, we're on our way to another destination, but we just wanted to do a little recap from the car here on the trip to Adams County.